So for this deep dive, we're unpacking what we're calling the fragile foundation of global AI. And we're going to zero in on one really chaotic day, November 18th, 2025. That was the day the whole generative AI world seemed to just melt down.
It was a huge shock wave, felt all over the world. At about 11:20 UTC, a catastrophic failure hits this key content delivery network.
And a CDN is sort of like the hidden plumbing of the internet.
Exactly. And when that plumbing broke, it functionally disabled pretty much all the big names. We're talking OpenAI's ChatGPT, Anthropic's Claude, Perplexity. All of them were throwing errors across 3 continents.
But the really fascinating part is what that day revealed. All the sources are saying the same thing. The game has completely changed.
Right.
It's not just about who has the smartest algorithm anymore. Now it's about who has the best operational resilience.
That is the critical takeaway. And you saw the aha moment in real time, because if everyone was relying on this one system, how come Google Gemini stayed completely online?
Exactly. It just proves that infrastructure diversification isn't a nice to have. It's mandatory.
It absolutely is.
So, okay, let's get into some of the chronic issues that this fragility created, starting with this idea of eroding trust. Let's look at OpenAI.
Well, yeah, that acute failure just made a chronic problem worse. Remember the GPT 5.1 crisis, where the custom GPT actually...
Oh, yeah, the little custom apps everyone built?
Right. Those failed for almost all non-paying users. We're talking an estimated 900 million people who suddenly couldn't use them.
And the perception immediately became that this was a deliberate move, right? A tactic to force free users to upgrade.
Which causes lasting market damage. And at the same time, they're facing this intense regulatory heat. Complaints filed with the FTC alleging that using ChatGPT was causing real psychological harm.
Things like delusions and paranoia.
Delusions, paranoia, emotional crises. I mean, these are serious allegations.
It shows how wide the blast radius for failure is. But, the technical gaps are just as dangerous. Google had the resilience on that day, but it suffers from a totally different kind of decay.
Yes, this chronic information lag. It's fascinating. Their deep research tool is just out of date.
How so?
Well, it struggles to recognize things that have just happened. For example, it might not acknowledge that a new model like GPT 4.1 even exists. Or it fails to incorporate, say, some of the policies from Trump's second term in 2025.
So the output is basically useless for any kind of time-sensitive strategic work.
Precisely. The AI is technically online, but it's functionally inert.
So if you connect these dots, the broader costs are just staggering. The data is showing that something like 42% of enterprise AI projects are being abandoned.
And not even for technical reasons. It's often non-technical things like, leadership blind spots or just setting wildly unrealistic expectations.
Right. And then there's the societal cost. The deepfake economy is projected to push fraud losses in the U.S. to $40 billion by 2027.
Mostly driven by how cheap and easy voice cloning has become. And our ability to detect high-quality deepfake video, it's still dangerously low, only around 24.5%.
So what does this all mean for you and your organization? I mean, the takeaway seems to be that these issues, model drift, lag, instability, they're not going away.
Not at all. And it means you have to start mandating investment in what's called large language model operations, or LLMOps.
It's basically about having robust systems in place for, continuous drift detection? Rapid retraining?
Exactly. You need it to keep your AI relevant and, more importantly, reliable.
So the core takeaway is pretty clear.
Yeah, you have to govern AI and budget for it like any other piece of complex, failure-prone infrastructure. And that means a multi-vendor failover strategy is non-negotiable.
And just as a final provocative thought to leave you with, the sources all confirm this transition is going to accelerate existing workplace inequalities if we don't manage it proactively.
That's right. The disruption is expected to be structurally gendered.
Yeah, something like 79% of employed women in the U.S. are in jobs at high risk of automation compared to just 58% of men. It just confirms that we have to manage the sociological risks just as aggressively as the technical ones.